All right, what up, everybody? We're doing hockey again. I'm here. Nick couldn't be here. He's at work. He had better things to do. So I'm going to mediate and not talk nearly as much as Nick.
There you go. Have you been watching?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
of course.
there you go.
Watching every second. Tommy's here. Joey's here. The hockey people. We're talking about games 3 and 4. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, PSO Sports 1. Pulling sports opinions on everything else. You can still go to game 6 if you want to drop a small fortune. Use that SeatGeek link. Cardinal games, there's plenty of those. Concerts, anything. Use our SeatGeek link. Help us out a little bit. All right. What do you guys got?
So I guess we can get into the disaster of Game 3. 7-2 loss in St. Louis.
Not a lot of good to take away from that one.
No.
Just like...
No, Bennington looked rough. The Bruins power play, 4 goals on 4 shots.
Yeah.
It looked ridiculous. Torrey Krug, 4 points. First Bruin ever to score 4 points in a playoff game, in a finals game, I should say.
Of all people.
So, yeah, right. Yeah, it was a rough game. Jake Allen made an appearance. I'm glad Bennington got one. Yeah. You see 34 out there for us. It's not looking too good. I think the rest did help Bennington a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty sharp last game.
I would agree. And obviously he's always going to come back strong on those bounce back games.
Yeah.
So, but it was just like, it literally just looked like from the moment they got on the ice and like definitely that third goal, like that's a big goal. And like, I get Berube trying to like challenge and like,
yeah,
it makes sense
I thought it was offside.
I did too, honestly, because Edmondson I don't think he ever possessed the puck. He just touched it. But yeah, just like challenging that, like it's a bold move because it's either 1-0 or they get like another power play, and it just obviously didn't pay off very well for him. But yeah,
it was rough. I thought Pietrangelo was making a lot of mental mistakes in Game 3. I thought he was our worst defenseman in Game 3.
And obviously, I think defensively, like Oscar Sundqvist played a much bigger role than a lot of people gave him credit for.
He was so good in Game 4.
Just like on the forecheck and like defensively on the penalty kill. Like, it's a big part of like just like pressuring their offense, and 4 for 4.
Right.
That'll do it. And I forget what they were last game, but I think they were 0 for 2 or something.
Or were they? No, you're right.
On the power play?
Yeah, you're right.
Something like that. So.
Yeah, I saw
maker for sure.
Yeah, after that loss, I saw a lot of people saying Boston in 5,
Yeah.
Blues are done. I just laughed. So I knew we were gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
It's in the Game 4, 43 seconds in, Ryan O'Reilly with the wraparound beauty from Vince Dunn.
Yeah.
So glad he's back.
Dude, he looked like a man on fire, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Some of those plays, like, skating along the blue line and stuff, just so pretty. So nice to have him back.
Yeah, he definitely provides that offense that we need back there.
We got him back in Sundqvist, and then they lost Chara.
Yeah, Chara, from what I've heard, he's out for the series, which is rough, because now they're out Chara and Grzelcyk. They're going to have to bring Kampfer in, who's not very good.
Yeah.
And our defense is deeper than theirs to start with.
Yeah.
So I think we're just really depleting them.
I would agree. And Ryan O'Reilly looks like
Ryan O'Reilly
himself. Yeah. So, I mean, we're just getting... It seems like all the chess pieces are lining up at the right time for the Blues.
Yeah, definitely. So. Tarasenko with the big goal.
Yeah.
Shen, the empty netter. Do you think we should just need to start declining penalties and stop going on the power play? Because it seems like no matter who's in the box, the Bruins score.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is.
You either keep what you're doing and decline the penalties, or like...
Which you can't actually do for our listeners.
Yeah.
You can't actually decline to go on the power play, but...
But you can send out 4 guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but...
We can just forget to send somebody out there.
It's like, oh, man, we don't have enough guys. But, yeah, dude, like, just, like... I get what he's, like, trying to do with, like... And, like, possessing it, like, around the top and, like, I guess, like, getting traffic in front of the net and then just, like, funneling pucks to the net. But, like, it just seems like all of our guys are lined up, like, on their offhand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't either. And it's just, like, obviously not working. Game in and game out. Hasn't, like, all year long. But nobody wants to change it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why
I'd
be looking for someone to replace Steve Ott, just because I feel like him and Berube bring the exact same thing to the table. Like, they're all about the forecheck.
Yeah.
And I think just having a better special teams coach would really help.
100%.
I mean, Berube's not going anywhere, but...
Right. You gotta do something. And
yeah.
Like, it's just... And the shorthanded goals, like...
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Bennington should have had that one.
Yeah.
I think he should have had it.
I mean, there's some, like...
It's Brandon Carlos shooting it.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. It was his first goal ever, right?
Yeah, his first playoff goal ever.
Yeah, so that's cool. But it's just like, it's so hard for me to like ever get down on Bennington just because like our defense sucks for one, and always their shots come like directly in front of the goal. And that, well,
I don't know. I
in
thought
the 7-2 one, there was a couple from like far out that went.
right. I thought last night we were really good at limiting their shots.
Yeah.
I think 37-23, something like that, was the final shots in favor of us. That was good.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. There's gonna be some games where Bennington can't stand on his head for the whole game, and like our team has to like pick him up for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I thought Rask looked great last night. It could have been a 5-2 game after 2 periods if it wasn't for Tuca.
I would agree. He looked really good.
Yeah. Vince Dunn, man. I don't know if you saw, but his Corsi 4 percentage was 93%. And, like, for people who don't know what that means, it means when Vince Dunn was on the ice, the Blues had the puck 93% of the time that Vince Dunn was out there. Which is just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's just, I feel like, I don't know, we just, like, people take for granted, like, a lot of, like, pieces of our team because, like, anytime anybody goes out, even a guy like Ryan O'Reilly, like, he didn't, like, not play, but you could just tell, like, he wasn't himself, and then all of a sudden, like, this series, he just, like, flipped a switch and scores, like, 2 goals and, like, getting mad points. It's just, like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's important. Everybody has a role. You can't really, like, just, like, swap people in and out. Even Zach Sanford looked
he looked great
incredible.
last night.
Yeah, and I was not expecting that. If you
I was not
expecting podcast.
Yeah,
so.
was not expecting him to be with on the second line.
Yeah, but yeah, he held his own for sure. I'd definitely throw him back in there.
Definitely. Have you seen O'Reilly's stick in his curve
with the right angle at the top?
How much of that do you think factored into the wraparound?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of gives him like a little cradle, so maybe a little bit, but he's also a really good stick handler.
Well,
so, but
he's nuts.
Yeah, that is cool though. Like,
it's the most unique
bent
stick I've ever seen. Yeah.
And he said, anytime like, or I think he said like even when he came on like the Blues, like it was like a new team. All the guys were like, "What in the fuck is that?" And like, they were like trying to shoot with it and they can't. But he was like, "I've just gotten so used to it." Like, and you can kind of tell like, cause I think on 31 Thoughts they did like a special with him and they were talking about it.
Yeah.
And they were showing like highlights from, I forget, it was one of his overtime goals, and you can just see like the puck like kind of like lay flat against it, and he just kind of like, it's not really like a shot as much. He just kind of like throws it.
It's like a slingshot almost.
Yeah,
it flings it. It's awesome. Did you see Tarasenko's post-game interview? He's like, so
what is a
reporter? Yeah, the reporter asked like, Ryan O'Reilly's a big locker room guy. How does that you think that rubs off on the teammates? And Tarasenko, obviously Russian's his first language. What does it rub off?
And Petrangelo's just sitting next to him, like biting his tongue so hard, trying not to laugh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
O'Reilly and him lost it. Yeah, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great. Tarasenko obviously looked good. A lot of rebound goals last night on both sides. I think 2 apiece.
I feel like obviously he's a rookie in the league, and like he's still gonna like keep crafting his game every year and stuff. But like Bennington, like, he's good at a lot of things, but there's some games his rebound control is like definitely his like falter, I guess.
Definitely. Charlie Coyle's been having great playoffs. He scored last night. It was his 9th or 10th goal last night. Yeah, it's a good pickup.
They got him at the trade deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, from Minnesota.
And Johansson.
Yeah, Johansson from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, their fourth line's been solid.
Yeah, definitely paid off for them to make moves at the trade deadline. Definitely paid off for us. I feel like to stay even. Yeah.
Right. So I have a question. If Robert Thomas comes back, who do you replace?
Well, that's a good question. God,
I don't know. Everything's clicking right now.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if
you can't not throw him in.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be like Sanford.
Yeah, almost. My preferred would be Steen, just because he's so slow.
But I mean, you can't really
provides
do that.
that veteran presence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to. I think it would be Sanford.
Right. But I'm from what it sounds like he's not coming back. So that kind of sucks.
At least I think Dunn was the bigger piece to get back though. I'm glad he's back.
Especially because we've got more depth on the forwards.
Even if his jaw is still wired shut.
Yeah.
But yeah.
God.
It's crazy.
And did you see that play where he like jumped up and hit it with his chest to like keep it in the zone?
Yeah.
I was like,
I would not be doing that.
Does not care.
Yeah.
He's He's going all balls out. You could tell he was like excited too. Like his first Stanley Cup final game, he's just flying all over.
If my jaw was wired shut, I would not be going anywhere near a rink. Like there's no way.
Dude. Hockey players are.
When it first got wired shut, didn't he rip out the wires to scream at somebody? I saw a headline that he did that.
I think that was I haven't
heard this.
I saw the tweet, but I think it was a parody account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was under the same impression as you. I was like, oh no way.
That a hockey player would do something.
Dude,
right? Yeah.
Dude, it's insane.
It's nuts.
We were talking about like was that dude the last playoffs that played with like a broken leg or some shit?
Sean Couturier played with a torn ACL and scored a hat
Jesus
trick.
Christ. Like, dude, it's just...
And then 2013 finals, Patrice Bergeron had a separated shoulder, 3 broken ribs, and a punctured lung.
Yeah.
And played the entire series.
Shit like that, dude.
Half a man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Literally, like, these players are walking, like, corpse at this point. And, like, as soon as the series is over, you're like... Just, like,
the injury report comes out. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Because they don't release them during the series because the other team's going to target them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's insane for sure, and that's why people love the sport. And then you have games like Game 1 where like I feel like the Bruins were like kind of flopping. And you could tell like I think it was the Oscar Sundqvist hit where it was like cross check or something. And he like kind of just like let his feet go out from under him, looked up at the ref like, oh, you see that? And they called it a penalty. And then last game you had Tarasenko like kind of like flopping like he got hit in the head.
Did you see Bennington's flop last night?
Yeah.
Marchand tapped on the pads. He waited like 2 seconds and then collapsed. It was so funny.
But it's just stuff like that. It's like if you're gonna call those like penalties, like the game's just gonna get like worse,
right?
Because people are gonna be like, oh, they're gonna call a penalty if I flop. Which like I know the Bruins fans are up in arms about today because they're like, oh, Blues are just a bunch of floppers. It's like you guys literally did the same thing like Game 1, so.
I don't know. Every team does. Here's the thing. You're going to try to draw a penalty no matter what.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to flop, every team flops.
Yeah, that's true.
Sidney Crosby flops. Alex Ovechkin flops.
That's true.
Dave Portnoy didn't flop when he got whopped in the head with that towel.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, to be fair, that fan's kind of a douche for doing that.
Yeah.
Like if I even,
not great.
Yeah, even like if I'm in a stadium, if I wasn't I would never go to Boston to watch a game because I'd probably end up with a fucking black eye. But if I was anywhere else and someone like hit me on the head with a towel, I'd be kind of pissed too. So like,
yeah,
I don't blame him.
It was dumb.
I don't blame him, but like also like. He gave Emos a 6.2, so
that's why he really got hit.
That's what I said. Okay, but Ted Drew's got a 9.3, so
I'm right with that.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of Pie Pizzeria? He did that one today.
Mm-mm.
He gave it the worst.
Where's that at?
5-6.
Oh, is that?
I think.
I think
I'm thinking of the one like on Manchester, like right past the mall.
That might be it. I don't know.
I've been there. It's pretty good. I don't know what it was called. I think it had pie in the name. It was good.
I don't know. Who knows? But he gave it like a 5.8, and then he tried some other ice cream place, and he loved that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he tried Fitz's soda. Right, man. He loved that.
Oh, dude, Fitz's is fire.
He tried orange
there.
though. I was like,
yeah.
Why would you try orange?
Go for the traditional.
He said it danced in his mouth, quote unquote.
All right.
So. A big dog like that one. He that one danced in his mouth.
I love shit dancing in my mouth.
Same thing about me.
Oh God! All right.
Oh man.
Have you heard the Skittles story about Bennington?
I have not.
Okay, so I was listening to 31 Thoughts today, and Elliot Friedman interviewed Bennington whenever he was in the OHL. And generally, backup goalies bring a snack with them. Mm-hmm. They hide it in their pads on the bench. Anyway, I forgot what team he was playing on. Their goalie went down. So Bennington went out on the ice, and he went to make a save, and Skittles just poured out of his pads all over the ice.
That's amazing.
Dude. Taste
so they asked him about it.
Rainbow. That's so sick.
It was crazy. He said Bennington was laughing about it, which I don't know if I believe because he has no emotion. Apparently, he didn't confirm or deny it, but you could tell by the look on his face, yeah, that happened. Skittles fell out of my pads when I was in junior.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch, take some notes, dude.
Right.
For real.
God. You should get a sponsorship for that. That'd be so sick.
Skittles, that'd be awesome.
Well, how is there not video of that?
Maybe there is.
Somebody's got to find it.
Yeah, check it out on YouTube or something.
So what are you thinking for Game 5? Some keys. Definitely their depleted defense.
Yeah, stay out of the box again.
Yeah, stay out of the box. Both teams.
Yeah.
Keep Boston out of the box, too.
Yeah, God. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't... I really want to see, just some changes made on the power play.
I want to see Tarasenko on the right side.
Yeah. set up for one-timers. I don't care if he doesn't like taking them. You're going to take them. Like,
yeah, it's
a power play. Like, you got one of the most lethal shots in the league. Like, there's no way.
Honestly, I want to see more Maroon in front of the net on the power play.
Yeah, me too.
To redirect some Parayko and Pietrangelo.
I want to see more pucks cycle down low instead of just everything on the perimeter at the top.
And it's so different because Boston scores off the rush. I was looking today, like, most of their power play goals come, like, within under 20 seconds in the power play. Yeah. They just get it in there quick and score it.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the big things that's been like that Maroon, Thomas, and Bozak line. Why they've been so productive is because they cycle the pucks, like, down low and back around the net and, like, try, like, those like, backdoor passes. So, like, why would you not try that on the power play? Yeah. I don't understand.
I think the Maroon and Bozak line has looked a little shaky. I think it's starting to show that Thomas really was the driver for that line.
The catalyst, yeah. And it's just like, you could kind of like tell too, just because like he just finds ways to like get them open. Like he's like not looking or just like ridiculous passes, but yeah, he's definitely the heart of that line.
I mean, in round 2, we saw him outwork Jamie Benn and John Klingberg at the same time on the boards and stuff. Yeah, it's. He's
also, I think we've touched on this before, but definitely like matching up Sundqvist, Steen, and Barbashev against their top line is going to be big for us because I think it's good matchups for Tarasenko and company, and it gives them more like rest too, so they don't have to like work as hard. So
yeah, definitely. I would say other than O'Reilly and Tarasenko, Sundqvist was our best forward last night. I think he led our forwards a nice time, and he just shut them down. Yeah, he was great.
And I think there was a quote that said like they asked him about like sitting out last game. He was like, it was the longest game of my life. Like, it just sucks like not being able to play with the guy. So you could tell he was just like itching to get back in there.
Yeah, I really think our physicality is starting to wear them down.
Yeah, I do too.
They look exhausted out there.
Even just like, just like the little things like 50-50 pucks, like you can just tell like their bodies are wearing down. So
yeah, I think whenever we had all that pressure last night, I forget which defenseman it was of theirs, but he was on the ice for like 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and we had was it Hyman? No, he's not a defenseman.
No, it was. I think it started with a C. I think.
No, is it Carlo?
Oh, Clifford. Yeah.
Clifton.
Clifford. Clifford the big red dog. Clifton.
He was out there for like 3 minutes and we'd had like 3 full line changes. Yeah.
Crazy.
Then of course they scored after.
Yeah. But oh my god, that sequence, hockey. Dude, that sequence made me go from 6 to 12 real fast.
Oh my god,
Jesus Christ! You like that, Chase?
No, Chase like that one too.
What about his wiener?
Oh man.
Can we talk about Brett Hull for a second, dude?
Flipping off the Bruins bench.
What a night for him.
Oh, he was definitely hammered when he was out there.
100%. There was no reason for it. And nobody said, hey, Brett, go out there real fast and grab a mic. He was just...
Grab a mic, hype up the crowd, and then flip off Bruce Cassidy.
And who's telling Brett Hull no?
No.
Some intern's just standing there with a microphone. He's like, give me that shit. They're like, all right, you're welcome. Just goes out there, WWE style.
Speaking of WWE, Petrangelo's suplex on Bacchus last night.
That was sick.
Awesome.
Too. He's like
definitely a penalty.
He's like, I'm the captain now.
Yeah, definitely should have been in the box for that. But I thought it was hilarious. Bacchus has been driving me nuts. I didn't know I could hate him this much.
I know, and like I get what he's doing with like his recent comments about the refs or whatever, trying to like flip it back to like what it was, but at the same time like, shut up.
right.
Just shut up. Just play hockey, dude. Like you're literally in like last game. I feel like the game before that he was like a non-factor. So like.
He's non-factor most of the time. Like,
unless he's just like starting shit like Pat Maroon kind of.
Yeah, I always thought he was overrated when we hear like I know every sports fan base overrates their players, but whenever we traded Bacchus, some people acted like it was the end of the world.
Yeah,
like, he's a 40-point.
I feel like
center.
Yeah, and I feel like he was like a good captain.
Yeah,
and like leadership and like stuff in the community and stuff. But like I'm like really like come down to it, he's just like. A grinder. He's not that skilled. He doesn't have that good of a shot. He's physical.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I mean, he's good like in front of the net and like tips and stuff, but
we have Ryan O'Reilly now.
Yeah,
so, and Brayden Chen.
A lot of people can be good at tips, so I'm not worried about it. This is like kind of the same thing with losing Ryan Reeves. It's like, dude, literally, the guy was like a pro
like a
wrestler
13
on
forward,
skates.
yeah.
Like, and he could skate well, and I think I forgot how many goals he scored with the Golden Knights, but he like changed his game up pretty well. But
Yeah.
it was still fun watching him like beat people down. So one punching dudes.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I think Game 5 is going to be the biggest game of the series. I don't want to say it's a must-win because we always bounce back, but I think if we win Game 5 and we come back with a 3-2 series lead in Game 6 on Sunday, I think that might be it.
Yeah, I like that too. I feel like winning Game 5 is crucial just because it'll give either team like a cushion,
Right.
so they can like lose a game if they want to. So I don't know though, because like, haven't the Blues been in a scenario where they had to win 2 in a row, and they did?
Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas. They had a 3-2 series lead.
Yeah, so I mean, they can bounce back with that, or like, if we win Game 5 and we're home for Game 6 and have the opportunity to win the Stanley Cup Finals in front of our home crowd, like, I don't see any way that we don't see like the Blues' best game in that scenario, you know?
Yeah, well, actually, from being a Blues fan, I feel like we would more than likely drop that
Get
Game
blown
6.
out.
Yeah, and then go back to and then go win it in Boston.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you would think like storybook style, like, oh, this is just meant to be, but yeah, Blues always have to make it.
Man, dude. Can you
incredibly
imagine that
difficult.
one day at work?
I wouldn't be there. I would not
the
be
parade.
there. I would call in. 100%.
St. Louis
Oh,
might
God.
burn down.
Yeah, honestly. And honestly, some of those buildings need to be burned down, so
Right.
I'm alright with it.
Back to Brett Hull for a sec. He made out with friggin' Boris the chinchilla.
Yeah,
That was
beautiful.
That was interesting.
Boris
It was something.
Yeah.
It was something.
I don't know the words to describe
Just
it.
a little
but
something.
Yeah. I'm just tired of NBC favoring the other team. I don't know if you noticed, but Zdeno Chara was hurt last night, and because they only zoomed in on his face like every 3 seconds.
Who was it? Was it Pierre Maguire that was just
Yeah.
like, Zdeno Chara has still not been on the ice this whole period? It's like, dude,
large humans hurt.
the Iron Giant sits again. It's like, dude, no one gives a shit about Zdeno Chara.
White Shack has a shield on his
Literally,
face.
even like 50% of Boston fans are like, yeah, fuck Zdeno Chara, dude. Like, they don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I always get on the Reddit like game threads that are live while the game's going on, and there are some Boston fans. You Shen shot that at Chara's face on purpose. I'm like, you
Dude,
do not know how that works.
Yeah, like, first of all, any normal human being, it would have gone right over their head.
Yeah, it's Chara's fault for being like your mouth is not supposed to be that high.
Yeah.
It's his fault for being 6'9". Like, did you know he technically has an illegal stick? Like, he's so tall they had to like make an exception to the rule.
Really?
Like, for his stick, yeah.
He's like using regulation stick. It doesn't even like hit the ice. He's like hunched over like a grandma. Jesus
God.
Christ. That's funny. Did you know there's a rule in the rule book against swearing?
Is there really?
He's supposed to get. I saw that today. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. It's like, it's not even like.
It's been broken.
Yeah, it's not even like towards anybody. Like, if just anybody like swears on the ice at any time, it's at like a 2-minute minor.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I'm glad it's not enforced.
I know, me too. I just want to hear like some kind of like HBO series with all the players mic'd up
Yeah.
all the time. God, that'd
It would be
so
kind of funny to see that enforced, you know?
Yeah.
2-minute penalty for saying ass.
God.
How much could they use if they had an HBO series of just mic'd up shit?
Have you ever watched hockey mic'd up?
Not a ton of it.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
I imagine, but
The chirps are hilarious.
Yeah, and it's it's like go back to the minors and like ride the bench, kind of stuff like that. I think Pat Maroon one time was like, "Who are you?" Like asking people who they are and stuff. So it's just like, it's a lot of fun, and just like if you don't know how to cuss correctly, watching hockey players helps a lot because I don't know why. It's just like their inflictions of like
do they
the F
cuss
words,
correctly or do they just make it work?
Oh no, they just throw it in
beautiful.
randomly. It's
They throw it in randomly, and you're like,
That
damn,
works.
I gotta try that now.
I'm
yeah.
saying that tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Or even just making up like lingo, like benders and like hosers and stuff. It's a beautiful sport with its own language.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Anything else you got?
No.
Game 5, Game 6. Maybe we'll get you back next week, hopefully. And if they win, we're definitely getting you guys back. You guys want to plug your Twitters?
Yeah, follow me at Twelcher15.
Yep, follow me, Joey K. Law.
Do we have anything else to plug? All right.
I heard you guys have a new.
The amphitheater.
I heard you guys have a new app, right? For like.
Oh no, it's
voice and
a
stuff
feature.
in.
So yeah, if you want to send us a voice message, you can send us anything. If the Blues win the cup and you just want to turn on your phone and
If we get
shout into it, we'll
Yeah.
play it on the podcast.
if we get blown out next game and you want to tell me how big of an idiot I am, just check it out.
We already have one voice message, and we're going to use it for the baseball podcast, and it came from one Dennis Pagel. So
Oh,
Nice.
there
he
you go.
cried about how the Indians suck. So yeah, if you want to do that, get on the Anchor app. You go to Tools, correct?
Tools.
It's pretty easy to make. Record it right on your phone, send it in. We'll play it on the podcast, and we'll react to it.
Awesome.
So yeah, I guess that's it. Spread the word.
Spread the word.